The Flash with Iris Stewart. Good morning.
Good morning, Patrice, and good morning, everyone. Mauritius woke up to unstable weather conditions this morning following a night of intense thunderstorms and spectacular lightning across large parts of the island. While thunderstorm activity has eased slightly, rainfall continues in several regions. A heavy rain warning issued late last night remains in force until mid-morning as clouds linked to an instability zone from the west continue to influence local weather. Moderate to heavy showers are still expected before gradual improvement later in the day. And emergency services are on alert following heavy rainfall. The impact of the heavy rains is already being felt on the ground. Teams from the Mauritius Fire and Rescue Service intervened overnight along the Saint Martin Bay du Cap Road, where water accumulation was reported in 4 houses. The National Emergency Operations Command, under the supervision of SMF Commander DCP Boudou, is calling on the public to remain highly vigilant. With year-end shopping activities ongoing, the public is advised to avoid flood-prone areas and comply with safety instructions. Authorities continue to monitor the situation closely. Authorities have issued an important clarification regarding pension payments at year-end. Contrary to some information circulating, not all pensioners are concerned by today's payment. Only beneficiaries who normally receive their pension on the 3rd of each month may collect it today. Payments for other alphabetical groups will resume from 5 January. In line with the official payment schedule, post offices will also close at noon today. Malagasy businessman Mami Ravatomang remains in custody at Melrose Prison after his application for bail was rejected. In her ruling, Magistrate Karuna Dwaka Davai cited a risk of flight as a key factor. His legal team is now considering filing a bail review before the Supreme Court. Ravatomang was arrested in October and faces charges of money laundering and conspiracy. The Financial Crimes Commission alleges that funds amounting to 7.3 billion rupees were misappropriated from Madagascar. 4 individuals were arrested during an operation carried out by the Divisional Crime Intelligence Unit in Poudre-d'Or. Despite resistance from the suspects and interference by relatives, police managed to bring the situation under control. The suspects are linked to a stolen motorcycle and violent attacks involving bladed weapons against police officers. The stolen motorcycle was recovered, and police have warned that any violent resistance against law enforcement will be dealt with firmly under the law. And as festivities approach, the Mauritius Society for Animal Welfare is urging the public to consider the impact of fireworks on animals. According to MSO Director Tinagaren Govindasamy, loud explosions can trigger extreme panic in dogs and cats, causing them to flee and sometimes putting their lives at risk. The public is encouraged to act responsibly and show greater consideration towards animals during these celebrations. And moving international, at least 41 young men have died in South Africa in November and December following circumcisions carried out during traditional initiation rites, according to authorities. These ceremonies, considered for a rite of passage, take place in traditional initiation schools where youths are isolated for weeks. Despite laws requiring registration, many illegal schools continue to operate, accounting for a significant number of deaths. And finally, in sports, Arsenal strengthened their position at the top of the Premier League table with a convincing 4-1 victory over Aston Villa. All goals were scored in the second half, with Gabriel Zubimendi, Trossard and Jesus on target. Oli Watkins scored a late consolation goal for Villa. Elsewhere, Manchester United were held to a 1-1 draw at home by Wolverhampton Wanderers. Joshua Zirkzee opened the scoring for United before Kreski equalised just before halftime. United ended the year in 6th place. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for listening. Stay tuned now to the Intermeet playlist until 10 a.m.